1 John 3. Shalom, Israel. We are the ISUPK out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Clap it up. We've been telling blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people that they are the real Jews that the Bible speaks of. You feel me? And we've been doing this, and we've been teaching the truth to our people since 1969, right? And this is I want y'all to really understand this, that we are not affiliated with no other Israelite group, all right? If it's not from Commander General Yohana, then it is not the truth. And today, we got Wednesday's law class, right? We're going to break down some laws today. We're going to talk about, the title of this class is, We Flaunt in Our Sin, and it causes destruction, right? We so proud to be sinful because we live in the land of our oppressors, and they have taught us that, you know, their way of life is correct, but it's the complete opposite of that of the Most High, right? You feel me? We are proud to make rap songs and music videos about unaliving each other. You feel me? We are the only nation that is proud to make that music. They call it drill music. You feel me? Just this week, one of those known drill people, Julio from Florida, right? He was just unalived. But he made his whole career of being proud to unalive his brothers, you know, kidnap his brothers. You feel me? And we run around, you know, happy about that music. We run around and glorify that music, right? And that leads to our destruction as a people. You feel me? This month, go ahead, Salaki, sir, go ahead. Demon time. Khan, that's crazy, right? And like, we proud to say that. Like, we proud to be demons. You feel me? Then you got this month, we celebrating, well, not we, but our people, you know, they're celebrating the alternate lifestyle. You feel me? They proud to celebrate that. They march down the streets, you know, to celebrate that. You feel me? Go ahead, sir.
That's demon time right there.
That's real demon. Khan, you feel me? We are proud to commit sin. And one of the reasons why is because the Christian church has told us this lie. Right. They haven't given us the real definition of what sin is. And they also told us that the law is done away with. Right? So basically, you can go out here and commit sin, right? And now we wonder as a people why we are being destroyed as a people. You feel me? These are the things, right? They teach us, you feel me, that we're supposed to love everybody. Right? You feel me? You can walk down the aisle, you know, with anybody, right? This is what the Christian churches teaches us. You feel me? They allow men and men to be married, women and women to be married, people from other nations to be married, but that goes against what the scriptures are talking about, right? So today we're going to talk about, you know, us deciding to be not separate with each other and decide to marry other nations, right? We are separate. That means holy, right? Holy means separate, right? So we're going to get into the scriptures. But first thing this is important, this is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. This is a school where we learn, right? And we out here to teach our people, right? We're not up here to hoop and holler and dance and, you know, sweat and take your money. We out here to teach y'all. So when we bring out these classes, it's best that we get our books out. If you're watching on YouTube, you feel me, Twitter, you feel me, Instagram, wherever you're watching it, you feel me, you need to get out your books and your notes to follow us along in these classes because we are trying to teach our people to be better and become perfect, like how the Most High directed us, right? So the first thing I want us to get to is 1 John chapter 3. Bible Kasab.
1 John chapter 3, verse 1.
Oh, Salakia. 1 John chapter 3, verse 4.
Verse 4.
Come.
1 John chapter 3, verse 4. Whosoever committeth sin, transgresseth also the law.
So transgression is not doing, right? So this says, the scripture says, whosoever committeth sin, transgressive also the law. Continue, sir.
For sin is the transgression of the law.
So sin is the transgression of the law. Right? That's what sin is. You feel me? The Christian church shout and teaches us, oh, you're not supposed to sin, you're not supposed to sin, but they teach you to go against the law, that the law is done away with. Right? But the definition of sin is a person who transgresses the law. So what sin are they talking about? They're not talking about sin. What they want you to do is live a life with no consequences, right? But we're going to show you that the Bible talks about the consequences if you do not follow these. If you continue in sin, it will lead to your destruction, right? Let me get Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 3. And this is a big problem that continues to plague our people because we really don't even know what sin is. All right? They quit to tell you, oh, you know, don't. It's like they pick and choose what you should and shouldn't be doing. Right? Of course, everybody know like you shouldn't commit murder, right? But the Christian church will allow you to live an alternate lifestyle and sing in the choir. Just the other day, they had a pastor, you feel me, decide, you know, the what they call them, first ladies, right? Now they got a pastor out here decided to let the congregation know he got a first man. That's crazy, right? These people are supposed to be leading you into a better life, right? Leading you to the Most High, right? But this is what they're telling you is okay, because they don't know what sin is, right? Can you select your son? Let me get Deuteronomy 7 and 3.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
So there you go. So the Most High is giving us a law. It says, neither shalt thou make marriages with them, right? Continue reading.
Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son.
So Israel, we're not supposed to give our daughters away to their sons, those other nations' sons. Continue.
Nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son.
And it's vice versa, right? We shouldn't give their son. We shouldn't allow their son to marry our daughters. We shouldn't give our daughters to them. We shouldn't allow our sons to marry their daughters, right? You know, it's crazy. We are the only nation of people where that idea is pushed upon us. I've traveled the world, right? Only in America where we have this idea that it's okay to marry outside your race, outside your people. We turn on TV and all these commercials with interracial marriages. It's like they want us to continue to program us, right? Continuous to teach us, you feel me, that it's okay. But the Most High says it's not okay. You feel me? I don't want to come. Right? Then, so you got to really understand that it's not okay. Right? Think about it. Us as a people, we've been destroyed, right, by our oppressor, right? He came and pillaged and raped and destroyed our families, right? And then we decide we want to marry them and lay with them. That's Stockholm Syndrome.
Right.
Point blank period. It's Beauty and the Beast. You feel me? You got captured and destroyed, right? And you fell in love with this beast, this enemy, right? And that's what we have became. We have decided that we wanted to be with them. But the scriptures say we're not supposed to lie with them. We're not supposed to be with them. Because there's a reason why. Continue, verse 4. Kind of come.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 4. For they will turn away thy son from following me.
So there you go. Right, that's one of the reasons, right? They will turn thy son away from following you. Listen, when I was out in the world, right, and I used to try to mess with women from the other nations, right? All you had to do was, you know, act like you know something from their culture. When I would mess with the, you know, Esau, Edomites, right? I would play some rock music, make it seem like I know what they talking about. You feel me? They be like, oh, you like this? Yeah. You feel me? I'm learning the words because I want to seem like I'm a part of your culture so you can accept me. That's what you got to realize. When you marry somebody, right, you take on their culture, right? That's the part that we really need to understand. Look at it when I have friends in the world, right? When they would marry a person from a different culture, you see that the way they carry themselves is different. Like, you know how you ever see a Jake, right? And you be like, oh, he kind of like, he act white, like he white, you feel me? And you see the women he dating, right? Because he done gave away his culture to be a part of their culture. And that's a part that we really need to understand. Like, we have our own culture. We should not be giving away our culture to their culture. First off, they don't even have a culture. All they do is go around and steal everybody else's culture. You feel me? So we should definitely want to be a part of their culture, right? Let me continue. Continue, sir.
That they may serve other gods.
And that's what it's for, right? Once you decide to take on their culture, you serve their gods, right? To please that person that you are marrying or you are aligning with. Continue.
So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly.
You see that right there? Like last week we talked about the class. It says to fear the Most High and keep my commandments, right? Why would you want the Most High to have anger to be kindled against you, right? You proud, you know, you married, right? You married and you proud, but guess what? The Most High ain't proud of that marriage, and his anger is kindled against you. You thought this was going to be some celebration, this was going to be happy. Nah, the Most High ain't happy about that, right? That's what you need to really understand, right? All right, so we're going to get into a story, right, about this same situation, right? So it'll illustrate this to you, because a lot of our people, it's a lot, yeah, let me get this first. Let me get Leviticus 18 and 22. Salaya, let me, before I get to the numbers, let me get Leviticus 18 and 22. Hold on. Go ahead, sir. Khan. Oh, and that's like when we was talking about earlier, there's other types of marriages in this world, right? And America has allowed us to believe that a man and a woman, you feel me, is not a real marriage, or a man and another man can be married, and a woman and another woman can be married, right? That is not the truth. You feel me? Now people have fallen victim to that. It's wild, right? Where this is the thing that you really got to understand in Israel, that you are somebody that's chosen by the Most High. And you have simple things like when a Jake, anybody from the tribe of Israel, right, when they deem something that is, you know, with the alternate community, it's on the shade room. It's everywhere around the world, right? But the other nations, they've been a part of that lifestyle. That's a part of them. When they do it, it's just like, oh. But when Jake do it, that's how you know you somebody special. When you do it, it's all above the shade room. It's everywhere. Everybody needs to know about it, right? That's how you got to really understand that why you stand out. Even in your sin, they put your sin on a pedestal so that the rest of the world can follow you. But when you follow yourself, when you realize if you stand on these laws and the way you're supposed to stand, right, they also will follow you. Feel me? Because they wish they were you. Right? So you always got to realize that you are a chosen people, right? But we're going to bring it out, right? We're going to bring out that law, because a lot of people, they like to talk, but we're going to show you the scriptures that the Most High is against, you feel me, this man on man and this woman on woman, or this idea that, you feel me, you have a woman deciding she wants to be a man and a man deciding that she wants to be a woman. We're going to break that down today. Let me get Leviticus 18 and 22.
Leviticus chapter 18. Verse 22, thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind.
Right.
It's an abomination.
It's an abomination. So all that talk we talk, all that Christian church rhetoric, you know, T.D. Jakes and his Diddy parties, you feel me? Now we realize that the Most High has literally said it. I've been in church. I used to go up in church all my whole life. I've never heard them bring this scripture out. Not one time. Did they say that, you feel me, they might be like, oh, it's not, it might be frowned upon, but not one time did they actually read from the Bible, right, on this scripture. And you need to realize that the reason they do that is because they don't want you to know. What we do in this school is we show you the scriptures, we teach you, right? You shall not lie with mankind as with a woman. It is abomination to the Most High. All right, so do not commit that act. All right, let me get the Numbers 25 and 1. You gotta really understand, like the Most High wants you to be separate. You know, it's crazy. We can understand the same idea when you have the so-called small hats, you know, the so-called Jewish man, right? It makes sense to us, right, Jacob, that, right, if they not supposed to marry a German, that makes sense, right? You like, yo, I mean, so why doesn't it make sense for the destruction that we got from our oppressor? Why don't it make sense that we should not marry them? That's what we always really got to understand. It's like, continue. Can you read it for me, Salakia, sir?
This is Numbers chapter 25, verse 1. In Israel abide in Shittim, and the people begin to commit whoredom with the daughters of Moab.
All right, so, right, Israel, they lived in this place called Shittim, right? And our people, you know, we decided to commit whoredom with the daughters of Moab, right? Continue.
Verse 2. And they called the people unto the sacrifices of their God.
Think about that. So you got to think about that, right? When you out here in the world, right, and you chasing after some women, you're going to do some things that you usually don't do, right, to entice her, right? You know what I mean? So our people out here living in this land, you feel me? They realize, like, yo, so the female right here, you feel me? They sacrifice to this God. Well, man, listen. Let me go on sacrifice to this God real quick. You feel me? Let us see that. You know what I mean? She gonna mess with me, right? Continue.
And the people did eat and bow down to their God.
Listen, when you live that terrible, like, listen, when I was out in the world, man, listen. I learned, like, I used to tell women what they want to hear, right? Used to act, you feel me? Because I know it's going to get them. Do a certain little thing, you feel me? Play on their mind, right? Trick them real quick. But sometimes you got to realize when some things ain't for play, right? You do some things, bro, this is what it is, right? Our people did eat and they bowed, right? And they sacrificed down to their gods, right? And this all comes from the simple fact that they were sleeping, right, with the daughters of Moab. Continue.
Verse 3. And Israel joined herself, unto Baal.
All right, so check this out, right? After they did all that, you know, it became a common practice. Israel decided, you know, to join themselves. Remember, Israel was supposed to be separate. We're supposed to be holy, right? That's what we're supposed to be. We have our own God. But because, you know, we're out here chasing these daughters of Moab, we decided that, you know what, we going to take part in their God. And next thing you know, we became so accustomed of it that we joined ourselves unto them. Continue.
And Israel joined himself unto Baal, and the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel.
There you go. So because we did that, because we chose another God over ourselves, because we put our God back there and decided to mess with this God for the daughters of Moab, right? The Most High was angry. The Most High was angry with us, right? And it kindled. It's like a fire, it kindled. You feel me? The Most High was angry and he was against Israel. Continue.
Verse 4, and the Lord said unto Moses, take all the heads of the people.
That's the kind of destruction that can happen when you play around with the Most High, right? He has given us these laws. He has told us what we should do, right? The Most High literally said, can you read it again?
Numbers chapter 25, verse 4. And the Lord said unto Moses, take all the heads of the people and hang them up before the Lord against the sun.
So you got to really understand that he wanted this to be a reminder, right? In old days, if they would decapitate a person, right, they would put their head on a spike and place it over the walls. You know why? So when all the other people even get that idea or decide to come to this town, they realize when they see that, they're going to ask, why is that person head up there on the spikes? And the person going to tell them, yo, their head was on the spikes because they slept with the daughters of Moab. Israelites decided to sleep with the daughters of Moab, so their head is on the spikes, right? So that's going to deter anybody else. This is what the Most High said. This is the Most High decided to do to our people because we decided to choose another nation, right, and decide to lay with their daughters. The Most High does not want us to live with their daughters. He wants us to be separate. Continue.
That the fierce anger of the Lord may be turned away from Israel.
Right? This is what had to happen. Right? This is the destruction. When the Most High says fear him and keep his commandments, we really need to understand what fear means. Right? The Most High can destroy us like that. Right? You in the middle of, enticing this woman, right, of Moab, and the next thing you know, your head on the spike. That quick. You was happy a couple hours ago. Right? That's what you really need to realize. Like, when you are doing these things out here, if it's against the laws of the Most High, destruction can happen, and it can happen in a split second. Continue reading.
Verse 5. And Moses said unto them, slay ye every one his men that were joined unto Baal Peor.
So, all of them. There ain't no, my bad, bro. Like, I'm like, yo, I was tripping. You know how shorty, she was fine, so I'm tripping. No, none of that. None of that. Slay. All of them. Right? We don't want that to happen to our people. That's why you got to really understand that you got to get into this school and learn how to keep these laws. We want the Most High to be like, you know what, destroy them. Right? And that's the problem we facing right now is because we are becoming destroyed. Right? You conducting this alternate lifestyle, right? And then you go to the doctors and receive that positive. Well, guess what? You got AIDS, right? Destruction, right? That's what happens, right? You out here living this lifestyle, you feel me, talking about, unaliving your brothers, right? Doing dirty work, between each other, right? That same thing comes around and happens to you, right? And then you want people to feel sorry for you. Nah, that's what you brought upon yourself. Right? Continue.
Verse 6. And behold, one of the children of Israel came and brought unto his brethren a Midianitish woman in the sight of Moses.
So let me check this out, right? This is how, this is how you know Jake, right? This is how you know blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people is Jacob, right? Because this crazy, right? You feel me? We got people who, right? Moses done just slaughtered people, right? Put their head on spikes. Somebody, they big and bad, right? He like, man, listen, I don't care. I'm going to take Shorty, and then I'm going to walk in front of Moses. You feel me? Right? Continue.
And in the sight of all the congregation of the children of Israel.
Oh, so he going to flaunt him. That's the thing we was talking about in this class. That's why the title was We Flaunt It, right? Not only he know it's a sin, he done heard what happened to his friends or whatever, right? You know what he decided to do? Man, ain't nobody gonna mess with me. Ain't nobody gonna, I am who I am, right? So he grabs his shorty, walk in front of the whole congregation, in front of Moses. Yeah, she right, ain't she? Yeah, you feel me? This is my trophy. You feel me? That's what he do. All right, continue.
Who were weeping before the door of the tabernacle of the congregation.
He bold. They were weeping, right? Because their brothers, their sisters, their brothers, right, just got their head put on spikes. The congregation sad right now, right? They realizing like the Most High don't play. And homeboy, he go hard. He gonna walk in front of everybody with his little female. You feel me? But we gonna see what's gonna happen. Continue.
And when Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, saw it.
Salakia, right? Now what's gonna happen, right? We don't condone, you feel me? This is not what we teach. You feel me? This is just a story of what happened of our people, you feel me, in the scriptures. I want to let that be known. We cannot go out here and if somebody breaks the law, decide to do, you feel me, what our brother decided to do in these scriptures. All right? We cannot do that. ISCPK does not teach that. And let that be known. Again, we are not affiliated with no other group. All right? So continue reading, sir. Salakia.
Numbers chapter 25, verse 7. And when Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, saw it, he rose up from among the congregation and took a javelin in his hand.
All right, so you feel me? Homeboy was bold, right? He done walked in front of the congregation, right? And now, you feel me? Eleazar, he a priest, right? He's a priest, so he decided, you know what? I'm going to take a javelin real quick. Continue. A javelin is like a small spear, right? You ever think about that? It's just a small spear, it's a weapon. Continue.
Verse 8, and he went after the man of Israel into the tent and thrust both of them through, the man of Israel and the woman through her belly.
All right, so peep this out, right? This is what you got to really understand, right? Mind you, we're not supposed to be lying with other nations, right? Mind you that our people just got their heads slaughtered and put on spikes, right? And right? The Most High just said that. He decides to walk through the congregation, right? And then goes to his tent, all right? He has a javelin. That's one spike, right? In the scriptures it says he went after the men of Israel into the tent and thrust both of them with one spike. So what were they doing? They was laying with each other. It's the same thing that got our people just destroyed, right? That's what happened. In one thrust. You feel me? Again, we're not teaching that we should do that, but this is what happened, right? Continue.
Verse 9. And those that died in the plague were 24,000.
Look at that. 24,000 of our people was destroyed because we decided to lay with other women of not our nation. All right? You really got to understand that. 24,000, right? This is something that's really been plaguing our people, right? And we really need to understand that and really get back to our people. Honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. The 12 tribes of Israel is blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation women. I don't know what else out like, listen. I've never heard nobody say, man, listen, I got to get one of the baddest women out here is them small hats. We have the Most High, literally have this, listen, it's an honor, right, to be the children of Israel. We got the baddest women walking around this planet, right? And that's what we really need. Why are we worried about the other nation women? The other nation women practice things that, so for instance, right, we got Edomite women, right, when they get big lips, Jake will say, oh, she got big lips for a white woman, or Edomite, right? But our women all got that. We'll say, yo, she got curves for Edomite, right? Our women always got curves. You feel me? Like we praise other nations' women for having the same thing that our women already have. They born like that. You feel me? We got to get that Stockholm syndrome out of our mind and stop chasing after these other nations. You feel me? It was a book I used to read back when I was in college, right? And it was about our mind and how it's been destroyed as Jacob, as black people, right? A lot of our men decide to deal with other nation women because the other nation women, our oppressor, right? We think we're taking the jab at our oppressor, right? We coming out of oppression because we decided to date or marry one of his women. Bro, you still who you are, bro. Don't never believe that, right? Anyway, all right, continue. It says, the Lord. Con.
And the Lord spake to Moses, saying, verse 11, Phineas, the son of
Eleazar.
the son of Aaron, the priest, and turned my wrath away from the children of Israel, while he was zealous for my sake among them, that I consumed not the children of Israel in my jealousy.
Listen, we have a jealous God, man. Right? We really gotta understand that. We all been in the world. You feel me? We all know what happens when somebody jealous. Turns into anger, and the Most High kindle his anger. But, Phineas, right? He stood for the Most High, and that's what we should do. We shouldn't commit the act that this man committed, but we should stand for the Most High, right? We know it's a sin, bro. Stand for that. You feel me? Do not be weak. You feel me? Go ahead.
It's like, you know what I mean? And it might come off like it's hard for some people, but like to kill him and her, that's righteous. Because like at the same time, we get punished as a nation.
Come.
So like we can't sit around and wait and
Come.
somebody to get it right.
Come.
He's struggling, he's fighting. No, man, we got families, you know what I mean? We got brothers, sisters,
Come.
mothers, like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't have the sister him and be like, all right, yeah, he get right.
And that's deep for real. That's deep. You feel me? And that's really what we need to really understand. Like the officer said, like, we are a nation and we can be destroyed from your acts. Like, we don't got time for that. You feel me? We are destroyed now because of our people. Right? That's why we come in Monday through Friday and then on Saturday, right, to teach us, our people, these laws. Because we tired of being destroyed. You feel me? And we got to come from that. All right, so, next month. Next month, in a couple days, you feel me? We got, our oppressors' happy holiday, right? But it's summertime, right? You feel me? And when I was out in the world, we used to call it, what did we used to call it? We used to call it sundress season. You feel me? That's what we used to call it, right? And when I was out in the world, right? You know why? Because that's when our sisters decide, start dressing in order. Start really showing it out. You feel me? We're going to see about that law about that today, right? We're going to talk about that, right? Because that's when we was out in the world, right? So let me get Leviticus 19 and 29, right? Because what we don't understand is that this simple law, right, following this law will destroy a lot of things that we go through as a people. Slide, sir, can you read it?
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 29. Do not prostitute thy daughter.
Do not prostitute their daughter, right? That's in so many other ways, right? I see kids all the time, man, coming to school, right, wearing revealing clothes like they grown or they going to the club. She a little child. Listen, we live in the land where our oppressor, right, they come from a culture, right, of messing with little people, little children, right? That's their culture. What we are doing as a people is deciding, you feel me, to entice these evil people by letting our kids decide to walk out here wearing whatever. You feel me? Do not prostitute your daughters. Continue.
To cause her to be a whore.
To cause her to be a whore. Right? We like, oh, she cute. That's cute what she wearing. That ain't cute. She 12. She 10. Well, how's that cute? She wants somebody to look at her? Go ahead, sir.
That's heavy you brought that scripture out, right? Because do not prostitute thy daughter. That's what's happening to our sisters, especially in the music industry.
Come on.
Prostituting our daughters. You understand? Causing them to be whores. Look at how they looking on TV.
Come on.
How they dress.
Come on.
Their personalities and attitude. That's heavy right there. You know what I mean? Do not prostitute thy daughter. We're happy to, funnel our children into our oppressor so that our oppressor can turn our daughters into whores.
Come on. And that's deep. Listen, music. I'll go to like, sir.
If I could, just think about the whole situation that R. Kelly went through.
Come on.
I mean, all the parents knew what was going on with his brother. Right? It's like cancer people. Knew what was going on, he was beating up. They a high value man.
Right.
Prostitute your daughters.
For a high value man. Come. Right. And that's something we really gotta understand, you feel me? That's that high value man, right? As long as he got money, right, we prostitute our daughters, right, for a so-called better life. We'll allow anything to happen to our daughters. You feel me? On music. Listen to our music. Listen, we grew up, man. I grew up in an era, right? I ain't that old, so. But, you know, women who make rap music, right? Listen, it was like the women had to fight to get themselves in the door, so they had to be able to be lyrically nice and really spit, right? Nowadays, the songs that women spit, listen, all it's doing is promoting whoredom. I can't even listen to it. I already know when she gets on the track, I know what she's going to be talking about. And that's crazy, right? And we so proud. It was a school that brought Sexy Red to the school to talk to the kids. All praise to the Most High. She was high and intoxicated that they kicked her out. But what made you decide that you want to bring Sexy Red to talk to the kids? All she does is talk about whoredom. Meg Thee Stallion, we praise all these women, and all they do is talk about whoredom, right? Stopping at the red light, hopping out the car, stopping at the red light. Like, you gotta realize, like, we are destroying our people, and the sad thing about it that we need to really understand as our people is we're the ones creating that music. The other nations aren't creating that music. We are. We are proud to talk about committing whoredom. We are proud to talk about destroying each other. We are proud, right? And the other nations are paying us to do that. Think why. They are proud of your destruction. You feel me? It's like, hold on, let me get Psalms 83 and 1. Yeah, hold that. So like, yeah, can you hold that? Psalms 83.
Psalm chapter 83, verse 1. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. Verse 2. For lo, thy enemy make a tumult.
See, like, I love this scripture, right? And we read it all the time because this scripture lets you know the reason they paying our people to make these songs about destroying each other and committing whoredom, right, is because the other nations want us to be destroyed. This scripture right here, right, illustrates what they are proudly. So like, go ahead, sir. Con, that's right. Clap it up for the young brother. That's right. And that's deep, right? He brought out the aspect of being addicts, right? We got a rapper, right, who we all listen to, Future. He does not even an addict. Like, that's crazy. He got a song, he got all these songs about destroying yourself as a person, right? And he don't even do it. Like, that's crazy. And we know that as a people, and we still follow behind him. The only reason he will be allowed to do that is for destruction. Because you ain't getting nothing out of it. You're not talking about your life. You're not glorifying your life. What you're doing is just making a message so your people can be destroyed. All right? And that's why our people continuously to get paid to do this. All right? But I'm going to let you understand the simple fact that these nations that pay our people to do that, we're going to continue reading this. Oh, go ahead, sir.
No, I was going to pray something. It's maybe I was thinking about Sexy Red coming to the school. Like, and how, you know what I mean, definitely all praise to the Most High that she didn't get in that school. But at the same time, if she was invited to that school,
Right.
She already touched the children. She already in their mind. Like, you know what I mean? And beautiful it is that she got put out. These are educators. Decided to bring this woman, knowing her lifestyle, knowing her music, bring her to the school to speak to these impressionable children.
And that's deep. Go ahead.
That's a lot. So I want to piggyback on that. And that goes to show why 2/3 of our people got to be destroyed right along with them.
That's facts. And like you brought out about that school, so I'm a teacher in school, right? Listen, That music, that's all they talk about. All day, every day. Coming to the class, they doing the TikTok dance. That's 90%, I say, no, not 90. About 60% of my class time is trying to get them from stop listening to Sexy Red and doing impersonating Sexy Red and stuff like that. Us as parents, listen, there's a show that we watch on, that our women have decided to watch on TV where women literally go around just fighting each other. When I mean these little kids, 11, 12, 13, know everything about these shows more than they know about, math and reading and stuff like that. That's because we are prostituting our daughters and our sons out here for that lifestyle. We're preparing them for that instead of what matters. You feel me? We ain't preparing them for the laws of the Most High. That's what we preparing our kids for. And we gotta be aware, and we gotta stop that, right? Continue reading.
Yeah. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their heads.
This right here, right? This again, right? The reason why Israel, right? The reason why our oppressor take pride, the reason why our artists are paid to create these messages. You never sit back and think, why aren't the other nation artists are paid, right, to create those messages? You feel me? This is why. They created a tumult. Other nations got together, and this is what they decided. Skip down to where it says, let us cut them off from being a nation. I think it's verse. All right.
Verse 4. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That's the marrying their nations. That's the decide to promote the idea that our daughters should be a part of whoredom. That's the idea to promote that our brothers and sisters should keep on unaliving each other. That is what they decided to come up with. And we are playing into their hands. You feel me? That's how you make, you got to look at this society, right? The way you make money in this society is go against the laws of the Most High, right? You create a message that says, yo, I killed my brother about 1,000 times. Oh, that song is fire. We're going to promote you for a show. You create a song talking about, like, love your people. Nah, we ain't feeling that. They brought the small hat, you feel me, Edomite on the show, who he's in charge of the music industry. He's one of the top, what do they call it, talent consultants or whatever like that. They brought him on the Breakfast Club with, another alternate. I forgot his name. Yeah, right? You know what I mean? So, Charlemagne had asked him, like, the messages in them when it comes to the music, why you don't do that for your people? He said he gotta eat. You feel me? They know it's the message that's destroying their people, but they don't care. All right, you should, like, you don't care when somebody disrespect your neighborhood and your hood. Right? That's when you ready, big and proud. But they are disrespecting your neighborhood, your hood, and your people. Right? Stand up. You shouldn't allow that. But we continuously allow that. You feel me? When they decide to get together, these are all the things and these are all the obstacles that they put in front of us to destroy us and say, cut them off and let Israel not be a nation. That is what they did. Right? That's what the School Israelite ISUPK, right? We have decided that we, right, keep the laws of the Most High. We are going to break that. We're going to teach y'all to break that. Listen, if society says right, 9 times out of 10 is against the Most High. Right. And you got to really realize that. You feel me? If Christianity says it's right, it's against the Most High. All right? Salakia, sir, can you go back to
Leviticus,
yes.
chapter 19, verse 29. Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore.
Listen. Oh, go ahead. I got something to say. Listen. Do not persecute your daughters to cause her to be a whore. You know, I used to date these women, right? I dated this one woman, right? And, you know, her daughter was fast, right? You know what they told me? You know what she told me? She said, all women have their whore phase. Like it was something to be, it is what it is. All women have it. No. All right, and if you have, or if you do it, right, this is what these scriptures are telling you shouldn't do it. Right. So break it. When you have your daughter, break it. Right? When you feel me, this is what it's for. All right? But the fact that they believe, go ahead, son. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's powerful right there, right? We marry all these other nations, but we got 12 tribes. That's a lot of women to choose from. You feel me? Yeah. I like that. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. You feel me? All these women we got to choose from. And we choose the other nations, man. Like I said before, bro, we got Hispanics. We got black women. You feel me? We got First Nation women. Like, bro. Like, listen. I don't know whatever, like, can't nobody compete with Puerto Rico. Hey, listen, can't nobody compete with that. None of that. Yeah. Yes. You feel me? Like when I, you feel me? Like when I was in the world and I came in here. And I realized, oh, the Most High said, those are the 12 tribes? Right. Those the women? Oh, all right. You feel me? Like, you feel me? I'd have been felt some type of way if it was the small hats. Like, bro, you feel like, come on. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up. That's powerful, young man. You feel me? Right? Bless the land. Oh, yeah, continue where it says, let the land. Shirts hot.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 29. Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall to whoredom.
That's what we at right now. Listen, like I got young students, young female students that I'm telling them like they want that. Like they 12, 13 already talking about, you know, listen, when you have children and they go to middle school, prepare them. It's a dangerous world out here. All right? Prepare your children, especially prepare your daughters. Right? It's sharks. You feel me? It's sharks out here. You got to prepare your kids. It's not a game. Right? The way you dress them, the way you talk to them, right, will have an outstanding effect on them once they get out here in this world. If you do not teach them the right way, listen, it's easy. They get destroyed in these school systems. All right? I see it happen all the time. We got to protect our children, Israel. All right? Continue.
And the land become full of wickedness.
There you go right there. Land become full of wickedness, man. Look at all the wickedness we got going on in this world, bro. All right? OnlyFans. You feel me? Instagram. Like, it's to the point that our women don't know. Like, think about this for a second. With all these, injections and stuff that these women decide to get in their body, right? I've never known a woman that was skinny that didn't get a man. Never known a woman that was, deemed as large, right? Never got a man. Right? Never seen a woman with long hair not get a man or short hair not get a man. Right? Our women are so destroyed that they believe, right, if I, get this injection and change my body, I'm going to get a man. Listen, the reason that we are the 12 tribes of Israel and we God's chosen people, we are special. You don't need that. You still going to get a man. Right. And that's the part like our sisters really need to stop destroying themselves to chase to get a man. And it's all for whoredom. because you're prostituting yourself out there, giving them these people, these men, right, the idea of, oh, imagine what I would look like outside of these clothes. You see this? You feel me? Because a lot of sisters can't hide it, right? So, like, our people really just need to understand that, like, when it comes to whoredom, right, it breeds other unlawful acts, right? You could be a young sister walking down the street, right, and the way you dress, giving off this. Listen, you could be, as a man, right, the Most High has made women the most desirable, like, listen, right? So, men, we look at women, right? You got to understand, when you promote yourself, prostitute yourself to whoredom, you put thoughts into these men's minds, these evil men, right? And things can happen to you, right? That's why it says, the land fall to whoredom and the land become full of wickedness, right? We entice these things, right? You deal with situations where a woman will say, well, why? It's right, they're right that certain things shouldn't happen to them, right, because of the way they dress, but you also are enticing stuff to happen to you. You feel me? When I go into certain hoods, I know you ain't supposed to wear certain colors, so I'm not going to wear those certain colors, and then something happened to me, be like, yo, they wasn't supposed to mess with me because I wore these colors. Like, that's just what happens, all right? You got to be smart, all right? You know what I mean? We don't walk into a train track when a train coming, all right? Be smart. Our people need to be smart, you feel me? All right. We got a couple more minutes. I also want to talk about a subject. Listen, man, this one is a funny subject to me. Because all my neighbors, you feel me, every weekend they whipping out on the grill, right? And they can't wait to cut up this wine. And it's July 4th coming up, right? You feel me? And our people, we are not supposed to be celebrating July 4th. You feel me? We don't not celebrate no holidays. All right? We have our own holidays, our own holy convocations that the Most High set apart for us. You feel me? And black people shouldn't be celebrating that first. 12 tribes of Israel shouldn't be celebrating that anyway. We were still in slavery. We were still slaves. You feel me? So it's wild, right? But, right, we gonna break down something, right? We're going to talk about another law that plagued our people, right? And we might think it's a small law. You know, the Christian pastors and stuff. I remember our Christian pastors, man, this dude, it's crazy, right? Like, Christian pastors will say anything. Like, listen, I look at them as entertainers, because that's what they are. You pay, you get entertained, right? They don't teach you nothing that's real. You feel me? They play their little music, like going to the club. They play their little music, you get fresh. You feel me? You do your little dances. You know what I mean? You see somebody come in with some clothes that you deem is not fly. You be like, yo, look what you're wearing. That's what they do in the church. It's the same thing. You feel me? Right? And then you get a little entertain up there. Him speaking is the same thing as the DJ doing what they do, right? It's a joke, right? But our people need to get out of this spiritual, thinking that this is where you're supposed to be to find the Most High. It's not, right? It's a club. You don't go to the club to go find the Most High. You don't go to church to find the Most High, right? So I remember back, you know what I mean, when I was in the church, pork, you feel me? They bring up pork, right? You feel me? And the pastor like, well, you know, we can eat pork if you clean it the right way. That's how he said it. You got to clean it the right way, you feel me? Because a lot of people don't know how to clean it, right? That's the type of things they would say to make you think, well, he might be right. He ain't right. Most High ain't say that. There's no scripture that says if you clean pork, you can eat it. You feel me? So we're going to get into this law. You feel me? Let me get Deuteronomy 14:8. You see, like these, every law that I showed you today, right? It brings on destruction. And you might think this law don't bring on destruction. Well, ask the people who got high blood cholesterol. You feel me? And all these things, their lungs and stuff is clogged up because they eat this food. All right? This is destruction. All right? One day you think you are good until you pass out, got a heart attack, and all that, those type of things, because you eating these certain type of foods that the Most High said is unclean. Like, everything we bringing out, we are proud, they are proud. What they, pit masters, grill masters and stuff, they proud to flaunt this hog. You feel me? All right? But the Most High is going to destroy you. All right? Can you get it for me, sir? Deuteronomy 14:8. Yeah, come.
Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 8. In the swine, because it divided the hoof.
All right, so the swine, for other people who don't know, you feel me? Swine is a pig. You feel me? The sloppy animal that, will eat anything under the sun, has no sweat glands. It's the animal you eat. You feel me? Continue.
Yet, cheweth not the cud. It is unclean unto you.
It's unclean to you. All right? The Most High said the animal is unclean. Point blank, period. Don't eat it. It's a dirty animal. You don't need to eat it. All right? Continue.
Ye shall not eat of their flesh.
Don't touch their flesh. Right? Continue.
Nor touch their dead carcass.
Look, that's how deep that is, right? The pig's so nasty that when it's die, don't even touch it, bro. Like, that's crazy, right? That's how, and we eating that. We eating an animal that the Most High say, even if it dies, don't even touch it. You feel me? It's like, we cool as a people to put a virus in our system. It's one, we know it's unclean, right? We cool with eating it, devouring a beast and proud, you feel me, to show off this beast that you done cooked up on your grill, right? We proud to eat this virus, this animal that will destroy us. You feel me? And people all throughout, our people have high blood cholesterol and all that because they eating this animal. You feel me? So I'm gonna show you an example in the scriptures of how we should be when it comes to standing. When someone tells you to break these laws of the Most High, right? I'm gonna give you an illustration of how you should be, how you should combat that. Because what you gotta realize is the rest of the world wants you to destroy these, wants you to not follow these laws. That's what they want to do. That's what they want to teach us. That's what they want our people to do. And, right, if it's not in the ISUPK, right, the home of the truth, this is the truth, right? A lot of our people need to come in here and realize how to fight that. All right? So I need 2 Maccabees chapter 7. Now, when we start to read this story, right, this story, there's going to be a lot of things that's going to stand out to you when you listen to this story, right? Right? Because while we think this animal is something that's small, right? It's just an animal, like it's just food, you feel me? Other nations want you to devour this animal so bad. Listen, you see commercials, listen, I had ordered from Shake Shack earlier for real, right? And I'm trying to get a good burger, you feel me? But I don't want just a regular cheeseburger, right? So I'm like, all right, I'm going through DoorDash. I'm like, yo, all the burgers where it looked like they took time to really make look good, it always got bacon on it. You're like, bro, y'all can never make a burger without bacon? A good one? I want some extra stuff on it, but just leave the bacon off. Nah. If it got anything extra, bacon gonna be on it. You feel me? They want you to eat this animal so bad. Go ahead.
Even if you say you need to take off the bacon.
Yeah. They look at you like, yeah. I mean, that takes away the purpose of the sandwich. Like, nah, I don't. I just don't want the bacon. You feel me? Like when you ask a waiter to do that, they give you that look like, yo, you don't want the bacon? No, I don't want the bacon. You feel me? It's crazy, you feel me? I remember watching, I was living in Virginia, and they got this fast food place called Jack in the Box. Listen, they had a commercial. They had a commercial where it was like bacon something. I don't know, it was some advertisement. But listen, when I mean they said you could put bacon on anything you ever wanted in Jack in the Box. Every item. Bro, they was like ice cream, bacon. Fries, bacon. Listen, anything, like, they are proud to get you to eat bacon, right? But we're going to read this story, right? And this is the same way our oppressors want you to devour this beast, is the same way this king was. You got it, sir?
2 Maccabees, chapter 7,
Verse
1.
Yeah, come.
It came to pass also that 7 brethren with their mother were taken.
All right, so you got 7 brothers, you feel me, and they mother. They was just taken. Continue.
And compelled by the king against the law to taste swine's flesh.
Look at that. So the king take a mother and her 7 sons, right? And the king is like, yo, I want y'all to eat some swine. Think of how deep that is. You mad at me because I ain't eat no swine, bro? You the king. You capture me and my family to just so you can see us eat swine. That's crazy, right? But that's how special and holy we are. That kings snatch us up and try to force us to eat that animal. Continue.
And were tormented with scourges and whips.
Oh, because we decided not to eat that swine. Our people, that family, right? They got hit with scourges and whips. You feel me? That's what happened to our people because we decided not to eat swine. Think about that for a second. People, during this period of time, our oppressors, right, they would beat you and torment you because you ain't eat swine. That's how deep this is. We think it's a game out here. It's just an animal. No, it's not an animal. This animal, right, they will slay us on our altar. This animal, right, they will kill you if you ain't eat this animal. Continue reading, sir.
Verse 2. But one of them that spake first said thus, what wouldst thou ask or learn of us?
So he like, bro, what you don't know about us? He look at the king like, bro, listen, bro, you don't know nothing about us. You must not. Continue.
We are ready to die, rather than to transgress the laws of our fathers.
You see that? That's how we should be when it comes to these laws. You should be proud, Israel, that you God's chosen people. You should be proud that you are separate. You should be proud that you have your own culture, right? You should be proud of those things, right? To the simple fact that if anybody come and try to destroy that and try to take that away from you, you should be cool with the simple fact that, yo, I might have to die for this. I am going to stand on this. You're not going to destroy this. You're not going to take away my culture, my people. Fight for something, right? Israel, we need to really realize that this is what our people needed to do, right? That's what we need to do in this time, right? We read all about the other stories about all other nations, right? Growing up in the world, I used to love the movie Braveheart. You feel me? I love war movies, right? Braveheart, he stood for his people. That's what we should do for our people. Stand for our people, right? It's going to come a point in the time that, like, they're going to ask you to do something against the laws of the Most High. But you always need to remember this. The Most High created everything in this world. Why are you scared of recreation? He created it. Everything that can happen to you, the Most High created that. You standing for Him, right? He got you. All right, continue.
Verse 3. Then the king, being in a rage, commanded pans and cauldrons to be made hot.
Listen, this devil, he got mad, right? Because when our brother was like, listen, bro, you must not know about us, man. We ready to die on this. We stand for this. We not about to transgress the laws of our fathers. He got mad. Oh, he got real emotional and got real mad, right? So he tell his people to go commit, a cauldron. That's like a pot. You know what I'm saying? The boiling pots, big pots, right? Continue.
Verse 4. Which forthwith, being heated, he commanded to cut out the tongue of him that spake first.
That's how deep. Listen, really understand that, right? Our oppressor wants you to eat this animal so much. Like, they thrive, right, on you breaking these laws. They want you to break these laws. They want Israel to be destroyed. That's why they created the tumult. They want us to realize that Israel will not be in remembrance again. All right? So, if it comes, they will do anything to get you to break these laws. Always remember that, Israel. We are always under attack. It's not a game out here. We are always at war. These laws they pass, this lifestyle that they choose to promote on TV, everything that they teaches us, right, in society is against us. And it's so we can be destroyed. This king decided he was so mad that we did not partake in his culture and his dirty swine that he decided to cut one of our brother's tongue out. That's how deep it is. That's how much they want you to partake in their culture, right? But meanwhile, while they want you to partake in their culture, guess what, Israel? We got people out here pretending to be us. They stealing our culture. Meanwhile, they want you to destroy you and get you away from your culture while they can take your culture. That's all they doing. They putting out all these billboards and propaganda out here so they can get us to get away from our culture, so in secret that they can take our culture. Because they want it. They jealous. They envious. Good. You got a question? No, I thought he was raising his hand. All right. They envious, right, of our culture. So this is what they do. You feel me? We got 3 more verses. Continue.
And to cut off the utmost parts of his body, the rest of his brethren and his mother looking on.
Think about that, bro. Think about that being there. And your brother, right, has to die because he don't want to partake in another nation's culture. Right? And seeing that. But that's how we need to stand up. You feel me? That's why I say brother is a weapon, man. Because not only when he did that, his other brothers, maybe they would have buckled. Right? Maybe if they got axed first, they might have quit. They might have gave in. But brotherhood is a weapon. That brother who stood up there and did it first motivated his other brothers. You feel me? That's how brotherhood is a weapon. We always got to realize that, like, realizing that my brother going through the same thing that I'm going through, if he can do it, he motivates me to be able to do it. Right? We always need to remember that. You feel me? That's why you need to reach out to the school, talk to your brothers in the school, talk to your sisters in the school, right? We come from y'all. We are no different than y'all. You feel me? So we know, some of us, I mean, we all been through, we've been through a lot. Everybody in the school been through every walks of life, different types of things, you feel me? You can get the help you need when you call this school, man. Show up to the school for real. We got 2 more verses. Can you continue?
Verse 5. Now when he was thus maimed in all his members, he commanded him, being yet alive, to be brought to the fire.
All right, Salakia, go down to verse 7. So the first brother, he ended up dying because he stood on the laws of what the Most High said do. You feel me? Go to verse 7, Salakia, sir.
Verse 7. So when the first was dead, after this number, they brought the second to make him a mocking stock.
So peep this out, right? The king decided, the first one died. Maybe his brother will be weak, right? Maybe his brother will be weak, so they're going to bring his other brother out just to get him to eat this pork. You feel me? Which is wild. They did all this to get you to eat swine. Continue.
And when they had pulled off the skin of his head with the head, they asked him, wilt thou eat before thou be punished throughout every member of thy body?
Think of that, right? Pulled off his head, right? And then they're going to ask him, will you eat? Their problem is they want him to eat this swine. Continue.
Verse 8, but he answered in his own way and said, La'ah. Wherefore he also received the next torment in order as the former did.
Exactly. He became unalive. He stood on that. After all that torment, after all that pain, you feel me? He stood on that, right? And that's what we need to do as a people, right? That all brings us together at the end of the day. Us as a nation, Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel, blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people, we need to stand on the law, right? What they say out here in the street, 10 toes down. That's what we need to be when it comes to these laws. You feel me? So this is the ISUPK out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. And this is concluding our law class under commanding Slagia. This is concluding our law class. You feel me? So this is the this is ISUPK, 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Under commanding General Yohana, and we've been giving out this truth since 1969 that blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people are the real Jews of the Bible, the real culture of this world. Do not give it up to anybody. You feel me? And I'm going to pass the class over to Mustafa Bakar.
That was a powerful class, sir. Definitely a powerful class. Priest and Officer Bakar. And this is the ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. New rules for brothers and sisters. When the new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves with the world, and after 6 months, as a brother or sister interested in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6-month period in which a brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, if a brother or sister is still interested, then they'll get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, not an option, it's a commandment. You can find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18 and verse 21. Also in the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. It means a tenth in Hebrew, and it's pronounced Ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, you give it to the Treasury Department or to the teacher. And we also have a priest fund. This is a free will offering. It's not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you want to give, you just give that amount. Upcoming holy convocations. It's a lot, yes, sir. It is the memorial blowing of the trumpets, and the date is Wednesday, October the 2nd. Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, verse 24 and 25. Be here, get with your brothers, tap in on these high holy days. Remind all Akyam and Akwatan to check in on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, he has to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirts, pants, headbands, or scarves. And with that, men of Israel, Majim, and give a one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Majim Shabbat, Majim, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabbat Athar, Hashmatah, Sar, turn to face the sister, and give a one courtesy salute to the sister. Men of Israel, Majim, Majim Shabbat, Majim, Barak, Yahweh Shabbat, Hashem Yahweh Shabbat. our time. Class dismissed.